a lot of my supporters are night. They're not able to come if it's done too early in the day.
Absolutely.
So I think that if they do it, it should be done twice, because you have the morning and then you have the night. You also have the middle, but majority of them will arrive in the night and in the morning. And then you
Okay.
also think too, a lot of them work. So a lot of them can't throw the gifts because they're at work. They can hear, but they can't throw the gifts.
Absolutely. And I've done it for the bloggers, and I look at myself like I really didn't want to do the battle because I want all of the upcoming and the bloggers who you all utilize their products, to get gifts because they are doing so much and everybody is using their videos. But if the people are not going to come, content creators are not going to come support them, it's useless because it's only a few of them going to really get gifts in the battle.
And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Because if you're a good vlogger, then you're used 95% of the time.
Right.
There was when I say there was one that was not playing, they got rid of her immediately. She
Yeah,
didn't stand a
absolutely.
chance. She was on it. She had to have plenty of devices because she didn't miss anything that was moving in this street. Nothing. And she was gone. And then you have some bloggers that are kind of, you could tell they're kind of blogging to a certain content creator. So we kind of have to move around. But if I could get a vlogger that has it all, then I would only be right there.
Okay, and let me tell you, okay,
And then
I
there's so many, I don't even know all of them.
right. And see, the thing about it, that's what I was telling them earlier today. They bloggers really got to invest, and some of them don't have the money to
They
invest
use
because
TikTok
they
too.
don't get money like content creators do on this app. But I have four cell phones, I have laptops, I have iPads, and I have two computers. So I'm basically really in everybody's live when they're going. So I have it all, but I don't drop my stuff because I'm supporting my content create my bloggers family. If you notice, every one of their items I just reposted. And when I'm dropping it myself, I'm really redoing it. I'm not doing it where you all are just using it. You
Okay.
get what I'm
I get
saying?
what you're saying.
So, I could say, hey, Empress, I'm going to, everything that you want me to record, I'm going to record it for you. But because I'm supporting all of my bloggers family, I'm not doing any of that. I mean, I pay so much money a month for storage on multiple devices, and I buy external hard drives. So I'm investing a lot of money, and that's what my bloggers are going to have to do, but they're going to have to just get out of
Hey,
being on the
important.
messy side. They're going to if you're going to if you're going to invest the money that I
But that
do.
would be the greatest thing is that I see that there's a quite a few vloggers. Because I'm a firm that I will play whatever you put up.
Yeah.
I don't care what site it is. They know over here we gonna listen to it. We don't be knowing who the heck these people is, but we gonna listen to it because it gives a more of a variety. Even though we have the messy side, but it would be great to also hear some other. Because when I be strolling and streaming, they be big fighting in other damn places. I be like, well, damn, why ain't nobody over here getting this? I'm in there listening. Like what I would say, expand it,
Yeah.
and
And
I also say turn the sub on because you want the clip, then you need to sub. But two, make sure it's almost like, yeah, you want the comic cousins to see it, but the comic cousins are the ones who also are taking it down. So you got to pick and choose which way you want to see this go.
absolutely, absolutely.
It's kind of
With
like you have
everything,
to get together and figure out how y'all want it to go and where y'all want to move it to. But I'd say expand because a lot of times when I pop on some of these, they will go get other videos and I'll be like, yep, I'm going to play this. And then sometimes I don't see them anymore and I'll see that they post up something like, oh, they got their page report. And I'll be like, damn, not you too. So, being organized and making sure those clips is there. I really would like to see somebody do the battle of the boxes for the bloggers every week. I think it's something that needs to happen, and that it might need to happen maybe twice in the week. Once in a week, but twice in that day, because you have to keep in consideration people are on the app in the mornings and they're doing their big one, and then you have them at night. So it needs to be held at night, and it also needs to be held in the morning. So that way there's enough revenue.
Right.
And you
And
got
I
to keep in
think
mind, most of the time is whoever pretty much goes into yours is going to be the one who's throwing big gifts on you because they
absolutely. And I
utilize
think
you.
they need to listen to what you said, because that's one thing I do. If I do a series of videos, and even if I remake them in a series, I put them in order. But for me, I put them backwards. I put so that when you come to my page, when you first come in, you'll see one, two, and three or four, however many series it is of it. But I put it last to first, so that when you come to my page, you will hit the first clip, you'll hit the second clip, and you'll hit the third clip. So you definitely have to put it in order. So I hope that the bloggers are paying attention to what you just said, because you want a blogger that when you go to their page and you get their clips, you're not looking all over. They have
Yeah,
a
because
title.
they'll bounce around. So when it's organized, it's easier for us to say, "Hey, this is who it is." Most of the time, when they come over here, I give the whole rundown at the very beginning of my show. This is who it is. I used to say, "This is this recapper I'm using. This is this recapper I'm using," because I chose about 3 or 4, and I would say who it was. A lot of times, I used to shout out those bloggers. I used to shout out their YouTube, whatever they was, because it was like I'm promoting because I need to give you something back for utilizing it. So it was like I'm promoting you, but I'm also letting it be known as, hey, I'm using your clip tonight. This is who I'm playing. This is where you want to go. If you want to go see the comments or write some comments, this is where you're going to go. But I had to stop because of
Baw'dhead.
the reports that was happening. And I was like, well, I'm not going to shout out who it is because obviously somebody's mad. So it's all about the organization for me. I can't speak for everyone else who recaps, but for me, when I see the date and time, that, hey, this happened on this date, this is 1, 2, and 3. Like you said, the series is all in a row. But not to mention, hey, I'm gonna tell you exactly kind of a little bit of a detail of exactly what went on. I'm locked in.
Absolutely. And not only that, I really think that even with all the bloggers recording the same of everything, everybody that I help on the back end, I tell them to make it their own. That's the
I
only way
rotate.
that,
So
yeah,
one night it might be Baw'dhead. The next night it might be these TikTok streets. The next night might be in 4K. I rotate it so that it's not
absolutely.
just one, because that's the only way that I can feel like I'm giving back, is that
Right.
I rotate it every week. Sometimes every day. Another day I might use something different. Sometimes that I might ask Frankie like, hey, go grab this clip because they come in and it's not over here. And then it's like, oh, okay, I don't know this blogger. Let me go ahead and follow this blogger
Yeah. And
so
they
that I
have
can
to,
start utilizing theirs too.
right. And they have to make it their own, because if they don't, then they fall in the trap of, nothing is different, nothing is special about them. And that's the way that they're going to get paid also, with originality. And what you heard earlier today is 100% right. That's the reason that you normally hear on my videos, you hear me have a one of my voiceovers do something, or you have me saying something first. That makes mine completely different. Even if you do it just in the beginning of it, that means that that same video, you can get money off of it, be monetized off of it, because now it's original, it's yours. So definitely do that.
Haters, I agree with that. Also, too, for the haters, have you guys ever thought of as bloggers, like, okay, so because there's so many of you guys, right? And then sometimes you guys are central to one space. Like you might have 5 bloggers in one live, but yes, they've all caught the same live, right? Have you guys ever thought about all banding together and working together, but also having shifts where this blogger might this blogger might be over in these three people's live. And they could catch the drama over there. And then this blogger is over in these other three people. And you know what I'm saying? To where the blogger pages don't just have like all the same